Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to replace the keypad on a Winchester gun safe. This one is a 24 gun safe. My motherboard is actually the thing that's wrong with it, and so I'm going to even show you how to replace the motherboard and rewire it, and then I'll even go into a little bit of details on how to program it. So we got some instructions from the Winchester gun safe company right here, and the first step that it says is to take off the sticker at the top. So I just got the screwdriver and it just pops right out of there. Next you are going to get that little screw out right there, and that is going to allow you to get in to the face of this thing. So I got that screw out. Sorry, my lighting's bad. Alright, the next step on the list is you're going to take out the battery. I've always hated messing with the battery on this thing. But how's that little black clip down there? It's pretty dark, so you probably can't see it well, and then you have to fish this thing out. I'm probably going to pause the video. Okay, so I got the battery out. Next, I'm just going to unplug the battery. Kind of hard to do one-handed. There we go. Got that out. Alright, next it says you're supposed to take the face off. On the instructions it says that you're supposed to wiggle the black connector off of a yellow board. So I'm guessing that this is it. Just going side to side. Boom. Just came off. Okay. Now we'll go on to the next step. Okay, so the next instructions on the list says that you're supposed to do the same thing, wiggle the connector loose from the new keypad. So you're doing the same thing on the new keypad that came in the mail, and then you plug it into the existing yellow board on the safe. And this is if your safe is already closed. So I'm not going to go into that step just because I don't need to plug in my new one to the old one to get it open. If your keypad isn't working, you would have to do this step in order to get into your safe. Since mine's open, I'm just gonna work on from there though. Okay, so since my safe is already open, I'm gonna take off this back panel. I already went through taking off these little black plugs on them, but just to show you guys, I'll throw one back on it. Yeah, I decided to make the video after I started on this project. So yeah, so let me flip this onto a flathead, set on the screwdriver, then I just kind of wiggled it, pops off just like that, and then I'm gonna get the Phillips head back on my screwdriver, and there's 4 screws on here. So there's one here, there's one down here, and then there's just a little lip at the bottom of this, holding that board in, so there's no screws down there, so there's just 4 of them. So there's these, and then on the other side, oh, there we go, there's one there, and then one at the top of the safe. So I'm going to save you guys the time of watching me unscrew these, so I'll take them out, and then we'll go. So when you take off that back panel, make sure you hold it, because it comes out super easy. It like flopped right forward. So yeah, you just got to make sure you hold it. So they also sent me a motherboard, which I'm super grateful for, because I think that's actually the issue that I'm having with my safe. And so on the instructions, they are pretty darn brief. It just says change the other motherboard you were sent and plug in gray cable. So looks like it's just those 4 screws, and then see 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you have they sent me a new one of these white cables that's plugged into here. I'm just gonna swap, well, I guess it's like white and red, pink color. I'm gonna swap that out just for the heck of it. And then this black connector, here's the new one on the new motherboard. So I'm gonna simply, looks like you just pinch on these, or actually pull them out. Yep, you pull them out. And that gets this wire connector to come out. All right, and then this white one, just grab it and pull, and it undoes it there. It's the same thing with that one. It looks like a pretty darn tight little section to get in there. Okay, I just got it, and what I did is I wiggled it out a little bit, just enough to get my fingernail on the upper lip of the connector, and then I just pried it out, and it worked really well. It came out pretty easily. So yeah, so now I'm gonna undo those 4 screws and take this puppy out, and then on the other side I'm gonna put in my new face, and I will take you guys to that part once I get there. Okay, so I just got the motherboard off, and this gray wire is the next step installation. So I'm going to take it out of that little hole. I'm just gonna, in the back of it, oh, there it is. I'm just gonna fish it out this way. And I'm just gonna let it fall on my carpet. Let's see here. Okay, it didn't come out all the way. My finger is not skinny enough to fit in there, and it's just kind of stuck. So I don't know, I'm gonna try to fish it out. Alright, that was a lot harder than I thought. Had to get a screwdriver on the other side and kind of stick it in there far and finagle it around until it could come out. So yeah, so next part is you just have these 2 screws, the top and bottom, and that'll get this plastic piece off, and then we can start installing the new one. Okay, so I got those 2 screws off, and here's the new keypad that they sent. So you just take off the screw just like you did before and get into it, and then at that part, the next step after that is we're gonna put this gray wire through that little hole. Hopefully it's easier to put in than it was taken out. Okay, so I poked in the gray cord first, right here, just this little tape stuff, and then I hooked on my black face with these 2 screws, and this was actually really hard to get in there with the connector. But what I found out the trick was for me, because I mean naturally that gray clip or that black clip wants to flip sideways. So what I did is I poked in my screwdriver like this, and I just straightened it out and then fished it through, and then I had a helper on the other side grab it, and then they were able to pull it on the inside of the safe, and we got it in. So that's how I did it. If you come up with a better way to do it, you can put it below in the comments, and hopefully you can help someone else. And I just realized I better go into this step too. But this little wire here, right here, you're gonna want to feed it through this battery hole so you don't have to do it later when your face is screwed on. So yeah, we will put that down in there now. I'm gonna put the screw in, and then I'll take you on the other side of the safe and we'll finish installing it. Okay, so on this part, you'll want to twist the gray wire because this black clip has to be facing this way for it to connect into the new motherboard. So you twist it like this. Put a nice little twist in there. You could even do it the other way if you want. Whatever's gonna work. And then your motherboard is gonna be the thing that holds that wire in place. And then you can plug the black clip into it. So I'm gonna do that now, and then we will swap out this white wire, white and pink one, and we will go from there. Okay, so I just got that on. There's the twist in it, like I was talking about. I put in those 4 screws, and now you put this clip just right into here. Kind of jiggle it on, make sure it gets in there. Okay, seems like it's just about seated. That upper side needs just a little bit farther. Okay. Okay, and it clipped right in, so that's good. Okay, next I'm gonna replace this guy, and then the one with just the 2-prong, like the 2-prong plug, is gonna go up into the top left thing right there. Then the other end, oh, I guess it's a 2. Oh nope, it's got 3 on there. And then it just goes up into there. You can't really see it because of the shadow, but on yours you'll be able to see it. Okay, I'm gonna put those in and then we'll see what happens. Okay, I got it. And one thing that helped me is I stuck my index finger back here, just like that. And I used that to shove it up onto those prongs. So that helped a lot. Then you see the excess wire. They have a zip tie on a little clip right here. I guess that's not really a clip. I don't know what you'd call it, but you can just make a loop in your wire and stick it through here and pull it in, and that will keep that wire from getting tangled up in the mechanism and all these parts right here. So I will do that next. Okay, so that's what my wire looks like after I pulled it through, and I'm not sure what parts really move or don't move. So, oh, sorry, I'm casting a big old shadow on there, but so yeah, so I just made sure that it's kind of tucked back there. It's going into this part, and there's just a loop pulling out all the slack, and hopefully that'll work. That's what it looked like when I uninstalled it, so I'm pretty sure that's how it should be. Okay, so I decided before I put the back panel back on the door of the safe, I plugged in the battery, and I'm gonna give it 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna try entering in a code and see if it works. Hopefully. The other one forgot my combination, so on the instructions it says to enter in the original code, and so hopefully it's the one that came pre-programmed on the safe, because I remember what the code was when I first bought the safe, and so I'm hoping it's the same one. Okay, so I tried the program, the original one that came with it, and it worked. So I stuck back on the front panel and I put in the screws, and it, yeah, so I guess she's fixed. Alright guys, thanks for watching. When you're switching out your keypads, if you find out tricks or if you find tools that help you swap it out, please mention them in the comments below. You could definitely help me out if I have to do this again, and I'm sure there's a lot of other people that would like advice. So yeah, put the comments below. Also questions, feel free to ask them in those comments below, and I will do my best to answer them. Good luck with your safe, and I hope all goes well. Alright, see you guys.